thing we're doing is draining the radiator, but in order to get to it, you got to remove this plastic shroud right here that goes underneath the hood. Has the coolest clips. You just push down, you hear a click, and then these clips pop right out.
Oh, nice.
You just push it down, you hear a click, then you can get your fingernail underneath there if you have fingernails and get the clips right out. Kind of nice. Another one over here. And then this piece will come off, and then we'll see the actual radiator, and vehicle's been sitting for a couple hours, so it should be nice and cool. We can take the cap off of it right here. One more. And then this just lifts off really nice. And look at that. There's your radiator and there's your cap. The radiator, you can see that I have my Amazon radiator attachment with the green and the blue piece. Fits right on there nice. But you don't need to, but Chris is choosing to take this bottom little shroud off. And then you'll see a really nice, easy access. There's basically a little yellow handle. It's much easier than a Jeep JK actually. And if this hose fits, we'll be able to control. All we're doing is we're draining the radiator. If Chris wanted, the Toyota has another fitting right behind here on the motor, and you can get in there and drain the block. You can get another 3 quarts out of the actual engine. I just wanted to show you it's actually in far. So see, I'm zooming in. So you have a 3/8 nipple right there where my finger is, and right above that a 10mm nut. You put a hose on that, you turn that counterclockwise, you can even drain the coolant inside the block. Kind of cool if you wanted to do that. You can see that there's a little yellow, just a little bit. Yeah, you got it. Don't take it all the way out. Just the way you have flow. There you go, nice. So you can see it's a yellow handle. I got the 3/8 hose. Chris is holding it in, and we're going to drain that radiator. Very simple, nice, very good. So we're probably gonna get about 4 quarts out of this radiator. Putting those little plastic skid plates on. Don't forget your new bolt right there. We had to, one bolt was stripped.
What size was that, right?
1/2 inch. The wrench is right there.
Where?
Right there's a wrench. So we tapped it out to 5/16. Got the coolant right there. So 13 mil will work for that. The belt that he got right there to made in Japan. Mil. Reaching way down in there underneath the idler. Once he's on that, you can see he's not on it quite yet. He's not on it straight anyway. It's supposed to be, I thought it was 12. Does that not fit? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's 14.
I don't fit that.
Maybe it was 14. All right, it's 14 mil. Once he gets that lined up on the tensioner, which he's almost there, the hose into the thermostat hurts him a little bit, but he's still not on it yet. Let me give him some light. He's blind. Might actually have a guy here that's more blind than me. There you go. That should help you, Chris. There you go. All right. Let me know. You're going to go counterclockwise up to the 12 o'clock position.
Yeah, I got it.
You just go up and you hold it. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go that way and hold it as far as you can. Okay? And you got to keep it there so I don't lose my fingers. So here was my little notes for the tensioner, the 14mm counterclockwise, power steering pump, water pump. You can see it has 3 idlers, 1, 2, 3, alternator, compressor, crankshaft. Not bad. I would say you got to reach really far into the engine compartment, but all in all, maybe 20 minutes to change this belt. Not bad as I thought it would be. So next thing we're going to be working on is the spark plugs. See the new belt in there, very nice. Everything looks good. We still have not filled up our radiator yet. We'll be doing that after we do the plugs and bleeding all the air out. We'll be taking this. So on the driver's side here, we'll be taking this map sensor and disconnecting that. This wire harness, there's a bolt in there. All of this is going to come off. There's a small little vacuum line right there. There should be a PCV line right here. Obviously the throttle body, 10 mil here. So that'll all come off. And you know what? We're probably, supposedly the driver's side's a little harder. This is that secondary air injection pump motor. Each side has this. And if you look, there's a flexible tubing down here. That's the hard one to get off. It's about a 6-8 inch piece of tubing. that needs to come out as well. And these heater hoses right here, there are 2 clips. We need to free these clips to get the heater hoses out of the way to access the 3rd coil pack. Yeah, so we just unplugged got a little lock on it. So this Christmas tree right here will come off. This Christmas tree right here and right here. So you got 3 of them on this electrical. There were 4 Christmas trees. 1, 2, 3 right there, and number 4 is right there. That gets this harness out of the way.
PCV hose off.
PCV hose.
I loosen this.
This is a vacuum hose right here. See it right there? We got to remember that.
Important to remember. That
all right. You didn't loosen this one, right? This one's staying on.
I think we can.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it's just this one, and you undo these.
And then you take this off right here, and this should pull right out.
What do you got there? Let me see what you're doing right there. Yes, correct. That bolt right there. Yeah, so let's put that in the magnetic tray. This should just lift off and pull off the throttle body. Yeah, almost. Yep. There you go. All right, set that somewhere safe. Are you changing your air cleaner?
Is it dirty?
I don't know. It's manila yellow. I guess it's okay.
I got a new one. I may as well change it.
Oh, I would.
Before I change it, we'll take the
all right, so that's easy peasy. So now see these, I see 1 bolt, 2, 3 right here, 12 maybe? This comes off next. Now what's interesting is the intake here comes through the fender well, so I'll back up. See, it actually goes in the fender, so his air comes in through here. I don't know how the ductwork goes, but I can tell you that the air in is inside that fender well right there. So that'll be out of the way shortly. 3 bolts were removed. So it's kind of like an up and out. You gotta be careful of that harness and see how, there you go. You can see,
a scoop.
Look at that. It's got like a gasket on it, a foam gasket, and it just goes, that's where the air intake comes from right there. Kind of neat.
Gonna undo that and that.
This is the, I don't know if I should spray some Freon on that. Those look kind of rusty. So this is what they call the secondary air injection motor. Pumps fresh air into the exhaust for emissions. There's one on each side, but you can see one of our coil packs right here. But this needs to be removed because it's right over the second coil pack, and then the first one's right here. This hose will stay connected. This bracket can stay on there. So we're just gonna get a little Freon on.
Am I hitting it?
Yep, good. All right, get that one in the back. There you go. So you have nuts and bolts, 10 mil. Yeah, gently break those. I would say we could take those off next.
Yeah, that's.
Then we're going to unplug this too. Call this the ductwork, the tubing from the secondary air injection pump. And you can see the gasket stayed on that top side. I'm going to lift the bottom off the nuts. There's the gasket. And there's a good look at it right there. We'll clean that up. Okay. I'll get you a wire brush. A little bit of rust and corrosion there, but we'll clean that up a little bit and wire brush those bolt studs too. So the next thing that's going to happen now that this is unplugged is, I think this is what, is it 12?
I suspect it's a 12.
Yeah, so you got 3 of them. So you got 1, 2, 3. Should be able to lift this pump up off of here and work it around that around this bracket right here. Then we can unplug the coil packs. That's it.
Yep.
Nice. And right. Give it a turn right there. Yep. Nice. Not bad. Just they were just kind of snug. There's happily no corrosion on these at all. They're coming off quite nicely.
And this should just pull right out.
Yeah, work it. Just be careful of the harness.
Tuck that right out of the way.
All right, here we go. Coil pack. You can see the orientation here. We'll just be reusing these. Coil pack, some mouse debris. You can see some acorns and whatnot. Actually, I think I'll start the. Oh, let's take some of your brake cleaner. Let's clean all of that up before we open these. Yeah, blast it good, and then we'll undo the coil packs. Just to give you an idea. There you go. come apart pretty easy. Little easier than the Jeep JK. Blast away. So we used the leaf blower to get all that debris out of there and some brake cleaner. Looks like 10mm bolts on the coil packs. I'm gonna take those off, pull the coil packs off the plugs. I'm gonna go grab I don't think I pulled out my swivel magnetic spark plug socket yet, so I'm gonna go grab that.